Hello, everyone. I am Kathy from Kathy Creates, where I try to inspire you to create. And I am here today on the Craft Train virtual marathon. And our theme today is camping and picnicking. So come on in. When you get here, say hello. Let me know you're here. I'm going to get this pulled up over here and we will get started. So, how is everybody's weather? Ours has been pretty sketchy lately. Been on and off. Big time storms. We had a bunch roll through again last night. Hello, Kathy Foster. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Sherry. Sherry is sending me out, so we are going to go ahead and get started here. So I want to thank Sherry and Terry for inviting me to participate in this Craft Train virtual marathon event. I appreciate the opportunity. And we are in the company of greatness here because there's some amazing crafters on here. So I'm excited to be included in that. Okay, so what we're going to do today, I have this sweet little design that I created. The kit is on our website if you're interested in purchasing it, but I just think it's really fun. So we're going to go ahead and get this one going. So to start, I am going to measure down from the hole of our two holes up here that we put our hanger through. I'm all tongue-tied this morning. I'm not sure why. Apparently I haven't slept quite enough. Okay, so we're going to go down 2 inches from the bottom of the hole. And we're going to paint this bottom part of our backer board. We're going to paint it black. So we're going to move all of our pieces off to the side. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry said we are streaming into the Craft Train page. We're also getting shared out into the Craft Around the Clock page. So lots of folks watching us. Hello, Rita. Hello, Nannies. Hello, Pat Rowley. Hello, everyone. Velvet and Design. Hello. Welcome, welcome. If you see someone commenting as Kathy Creates, my mom helps me out. Hello, Janet. Good morning. Good morning, Doodle Denise Designs. She is up right after me. So make sure you stick around so you can check out what creation she comes up with. Okay, so I just taped that off and we're just going to paint the bottom part black. Okay, really easy. When you order a kit from us, you get all of the wood pieces. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Painted Hands Decor. I'm not sure what your first name is, but good morning. All right, so we're going to paint this up real quick. We're just going to use a big brush to get it done quickly. Wasn't Pat's little blueberry pie cute? I'm so excited to see what everybody else does. But as I posted earlier, it's going to be hard for me to watch. I'm going to try to catch as much as I can, and then I'll have to go back and watch replays because I'm getting my kids here. Shortly after I'm off, I'm going to get my grandkids. So I'm excited about that. Love spending time with them. I have a 10-month-old grandson and an almost 6-year-old granddaughter. So Ava and I like to craft. So we'll probably be doing some crafting at some point, either today or tomorrow. If we do it tomorrow, I'll go live. I don't want to go live while this event's going on because I don't want to take away from my other crafty sisters. So we'll try to do it tomorrow so that we can go live and you guys can see the little peanut craft because she loves to craft and you guys always seem to really love watching her craft. So I'll try to do that tomorrow morning. So yep, she is just full of energy all the time and we love it. Okay, so we've got that painted very easily. We're going to start to dry it a little bit just to give it a head start. We won't dry it all the way. Hello, Miss Sheila. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Sandra. Thank you for commenting your name. I appreciate that. Not that I'll remember. I'll try, but I probably won't remember, just so you know. So, did everybody sleep well last night? I on and off did. We had some storms roll through. I think we had one at like 1 o'clock in the morning and another one at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So it made it slightly difficult, to sleep soundly. But in between the storms, I slept well. Hello, Joy. Good morning from Washington. Morning, morning, folks. I've had my cup of coffee and I'm raring to go. So you're a coffee drinker in the morning, a tea, soda pop. I used to drink Diet Coke all the time. No coffee, straight to Diet Coke, drank it all day long. I've now learned to drink coffee in the morning. And I have been doing that now for probably a good 10 years. All right, so this isn't completely dry, but we got a good start. So we're just going to set it aside and let it finish drying while we paint all of the rest of our elements here. So I like to, when I'm painting my words, I like to, or any small things really, I like to put them on some tape. Makes it much easier to paint. You're not chasing it around, you're not getting paint all over your hands. Just makes life easier. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this on a little paper towel. And let's see, our door is going to be white. So all of the white elements I'm going to go ahead and put on tape. All right, so I'm going to take a little plate that I've got sitting here. And I like to do all of these with a sponge. And I just get these little makeup sponges on Amazon. They're very inexpensive. I think I get 60 of them for like $6 or something. I mean, they're not expensive. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm in a little teeny town called Lucky, Ohio. We're about 30 minutes south of Toledo. So if you're familiar with that, we're in Northwest Ohio. And I mean, it's tiny. We don't even have a stoplight anymore. We used to have a stoplight and a semi truck. It was right in front of the elementary school, which is no longer there. They've consolidated and we have a central campus now. So all the schools are in one area. And but when the school was still there, we had a stoplight in front of the school, and but a semi came through with a little too high of a load, took it out, and they did a study and decided that there just wasn't enough traffic, even though it's a state route. There was not enough traffic to warrant putting a new stoplight back in. So we lost our stoplight. So we don't even have a stoplight. That's how tiny of a town we are. So now this is MDF. It is going to absorb paint, so you will need to do a couple of coats. Oh, good morning, PM. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Hello, Pat. Sparky, Chris, my kids, even though when they were young, I don't talk to. It's up to start the day. Yeah, we're getting there. I'm almost to that level. I definitely like to get up and I scroll Facebook, drink some coffee, and just kind of chill for a good half hour before I usually start my day. Although Monday, I did oversleep, and I normally leave the house at 6:15 every day because I have to be at work at 7. I work in Toledo, it's a half-hour drive. So, I usually leave the house right about 6:15 every day. At the latest 6:30, and that's really pushing it to get there on time. But anyways, so Monday morning, this past Monday, I woke up 6 o'clock. Forgot to set the alarm. Oh, shoot. Flew out of bed, jumped in the shower, didn't do my hair, just threw my hair up, said, gotta go. I made it to work on time somehow, but didn't have my normal relaxing morning. So you know how that goes. Good morning. Is it Fatima? Welcome. So glad you're here. You don't have a stoplight either, Tanya. Yeah, nope. That's ours is actually considered a village. You're right. So ours is a village as well. Tiny little town. I love it here though. It's so quiet, so peaceful. Relatively safe. I mean, about as safe as you can be. You know how that goes. You still have bad things that happen, but it's rare. Just because people are not always using their head, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Let's see. I think we've about got this. This looks pretty decent. Just going through making sure I don't have any, like, sponge spots instead of brush strokes, that kind of thing. Just trying to even it up, make sure it's nice and even. We might hit it one more time. We're going to go ahead and do the camper next. But we may go back and do it one more time, just to make sure. Okay, so these two little teeny pieces are going to be black. So we're just going to set them on a tiny little piece of tape. We're going to use a different sponge. Almost time. Where are you at, Tanya? It's dinner time. You must be ahead, so you must be across the pond. Is that true? Marianne, you're from Northwest Ohio. Where in Northwest Ohio? Because that's where I'm at. I got way too much paint on that. That's okay. We'll just kind of wipe that off. With it being black, you don't have to worry about it too much. Because the reason I like to use the sponge is you don't get as much, these are laser cut, so they all have that little dark edge, and I like that, and I want to keep that. With the black, it doesn't matter because it's already dark. Spain, okay, yes, 4 o'clock, that would be. Welcome, welcome, so glad you're here. Thanks, Sherry. It is really cute. I do really like this design. This was a new one that I actually had made it a while ago and had planned on, introducing it, but just never got it done. So I hadn't actually even cut it yet, so I wasn't really sure. And I should have put this on tape, but oh well, we're into it now. So that's what your fingernails are for, right? So let's go up and down on this. Okay, so our little heart's done. And now our camper, I'm going to use this. It's the Folk Art Dutch Aqua. It's a great color. It kind of gives me that retro vibe for the, the retro campers. For this, since it's a larger piece, I am going to just put it right on. I'm going to use a brush. But the way I'm going to do it, let me find a good brush to do it with. Here we go. I'm going to go towards the edge instead of back, so that'll help keep some of it off. Upstate New York, the bottom of the Adirondack Mountains. I've been there. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate that. I have been up to the Adirondacks. We were at, was it Lake Hope? Does that sound right? I think that was what it was called. Very beautiful up there. And the year we were up there, they had a massive heat wave, kind of like this year, where it was unprecedented hot. And we had a camper at the time. And they had told us not to use our campers, like our air conditioner in our camper. I'm like, but we paid for it. But they were having, not the state or the area, but the campground itself was having some electrical problems because everybody was using their AC units and it was blowing their breakers or whatever they are there. So we turned it back, but I told them to turn it off. It was like 110 degrees outside. I'm like, nope, not turning it off. These things are tin cans. It's going to be ridiculously hot if we don't have the air on. Oh, Tracy, I'm so sorry. Oh, look at Mom knowing her Spanish. I don't know Spanish. I tried when we went to Mexico and I tried to learn a little bit before we went. And I did, but I've forgotten everything. And that was just a few years ago, but I've already forgotten everything. All right, so we're going to dry these up a little bit. Old Forge in the Blue Mountain. I bet that's a beautiful area. We really enjoyed it up there. We really enjoyed going over. We went over to Vermont. And true story, we still talk about this to this day. It's just funny. My daughter was about 12 maybe when we went. And she wore glasses. But we live in a small town. One stoplight, highway, very busy main highway. Sounds a lot like here. But anyway, so she wore glasses, and we didn't have sunglasses for her because, she's a kid. She's breaking glasses, losing glasses, all the things. So, we didn't invest in prescription sunglasses for her. Well, she decided that she wanted to wear cute sunglasses instead of wearing her prescription glasses. So she, excuse me, she decided that she was just going to wear regular glasses instead of her prescriptions. I'm going to paint the tongue of this white. So I went ahead and painted it the green or the blue. But now I'm just going to use my sponge and go right over it. But anyway, so she decided she was going to wear regular sunglasses, but she's kind of blind as a bat without her glasses on, okay? And so she, oops, this isn't, I did this wrong, didn't I? No, I need the gray. We're going to paint the tire part gray. So she decided she was going to, sorry, I keep getting distracted. She decided she was going to wear regular glasses. So she did. And then we're driving along and she's like, wow, those Vermont sheep are huge. I didn't know they had sheep that big. And we're all looking around. We're like, what are you talking about? There is no sheep out here. She's like, those big white things. We look over and you know how they do like the big round bales of hay and they cover them with like the white plastic? That's what she was seeing. And so we always, every time we drive down the road now, we're like, oh, look, there's Kate's Vermont sheep. It's just funny. Hello, Donna. Oh, good. I'm glad you can hear me. You never know with FB what you're going to get, so I apologize. So I'm just making this, I'm just kind of squaring it off because it's going to kind of represent it going up inside the camper. So we're going to paint that gray. We're going to dry it and take a couple coats. Isn't that funny? We were just like, Caitlin, put your glasses on. You need to see what's going on around you, girl. She's like, man, those are big. It was just hilarious. We've never let her live it down. Everybody, because my in-laws were on the trip with us, my sister-in-law and her family. And so everybody teases her all the time now. It's like, okay, did you see any Vermont sheep? And she's in her 30s now, so she's probably not finding it all that funny anymore. But we found it hilarious. Not gonna lie. Facebook is so wonky. I'm so sorry. Good morning, Miss Cat. It's me. Your little pie was adorable. I didn't touch the very end of it, but you were doing the lattice when I was getting prepping for my life here. Okay, so we just about have this dry. So we're going to put this together, and then I'm going to do a little pen work with a paint pen. Kind of add a little extra to it. Thank you, Kathy, for sprinkling. I appreciate it. Thank you, Terry Lynn, for inviting me to this page today, or this event today. I appreciate you and Sherry inviting me. From England because they're on e-car. Yeah, exactly. That would be something my daughter would have said. That's so funny. Yeah, we still tease her to this day. So, yeah, so we get the kids today, so it's going to be a good day. Like I said, I won't be able to watch all the lives because I'll be busy chasing, especially the 10-month-old. Because he's something. Let me tell you, he's not walking yet, and he's army crawling. He's not crawling, but my goodness, is he fast. And I swear he's a little octopus. How he gets a hold of so many things with two little hands, I have no idea. It's like, dude, they hand him to me and he's like instantly grabbing my glasses, my necklace, my hair. And it's like you're peeling him off of one thing and then he's grabbing something else with the other. And it's like, oh my gosh, slow down, dude. He's so precious. Yes, it's going to be great. I'm going to have a blast. Oh, thank you so much, Terry Lynn. I appreciate that. Okay, so we put our little camper together, but it needs a little jazzing up. So we're going to do a little pen work with it. So I love these pens. If you haven't used them, it's just a paint marker, and I think they have more expensive ones, but this one was reasonably priced, and it was at Hobby Lobby. This is the Hobby Lobby brand. Okay. And I'm just going to do some little design, just like doing the dot line all the way around it. I think it just adds a little something to it. Now, the only thing I will say about these pens, and I don't know, because I think is it Picasso is the other brand? Is that what it's called? Or the more popular brand, I should say. There's probably more than one brand. What I will say about these is you do have to be careful because if you to get it going, you have to kind of press down on it. And sometimes when you do that, you'll get a lot. So it's best to kind of go off on your paper or your napkin or paper towel. Yeah, the Picasso. Now, I don't know if those do that as well, but this is the Hobby Lobby brand. I'm going to have to get my hand in it. So maybe if Deb can say whether or not the Picassos do that too, I don't know. I'll hold this up when I get this done. And sometimes you have to go over it a couple of times because of that. But I think it really just adds a lot to it, if you guys can see that. See how cute that looks now? I'm going to go around are they? I might have to invest in some of those because these, like I said, they're a little frustrating. But you have to be careful. Like right now, I always go off on my paper towel because yep, see, it just did a glop. I'll hold it up here and you guys can see what I'm talking about. So maybe the Picassos don't do that. There's one really big dot on the bottom of my, see that? That's exactly what I was talking about. It's not terrible, but hello, Sheila. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so our little camper's done. So we're going to dry that real quick because those paint pens will smudge. Hello, Judy. Welcome. So glad you're here. If you're liking what you see, I would appreciate it if you'd follow me if you haven't been already. Okay, I will do that, Deb. Thanks for that info. Because that's a little frustrating with these. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start putting this together. And what I like to do before I start putting anything down, ooh, that's got white paint on the back of it. It sure does. I'm going to have to touch that up. Let's touch that up real quick. Before I start gluing any of these down, well, not gluing them. These all have double stick tape on them. That is amazing stuff. Okay. I missed some comments. I'm sorry. I'll go back and read these. I don't think it's going to let me scroll back. Nope, it does not. It's just moving on ahead. Oh, thank you. All right. So what we're going to do, like I was saying, we always place our pieces first before I put anything down. That way you can, space everything out the way you want it, because this has double stick tape. So as soon as you peel this and you stick it down, it's not coming up. The tape we use is a 3M product and it's amazing stuff. It works super well. And the only way you're going to get this off is to ruin both pieces, both the surface and the piece that you're applying down. So you want to make sure it's in the spot you want before you press it down, because once it's down, it's not going anywhere. Okay. Yes, anyone that has a camper would love this. And you could do it in many colors, to match their camper. I just thought this was such a cute kit. Right? And that's what this reminded me of. That's why I decided to do the vintagey color. That Dutch aqua, I think, just really looks like that vintage old camper color. Don't know what it was really called, but to me that was it. Thanks, Unique, or Pat, sorry. I know your name. All right. So as you can see, it's really easy to put together. Everyone that's done our kits loves the sticky back. That's everybody talks about how easy it is for them to work with. It just makes things easy. You don't have any ooze. Your glue's not gonna ooze out from underneath your designs. You don't have to do any of that. Miss Sherry has done a few of my make and takes and a few kits, so she can speak to that. It's good stuff. Both Sherry Patterson and Sherry Burtz. All right. Now we're just going to peel off the last part for our camper. I'm going to hold this up and show you guys. This isn't going to go anywhere. All right. So as you can see, it is all well stuck down. Okay. Am I backwards? I'm backwards, aren't I? I thought I flipped my camera. Hold on. I just realized I'm backwards. Let's flip that. Well, it's not going to let me now. There we go. Sorry, if you guys told me that. There, how about that? Now you can see it. There you go. Yes, that was good. Perfect. Sorry, I didn't even realize that before. Sorry about that. All right, so let's set this stuff aside and let's make our bow. So we're going to let's go ahead and put our hanger on first. So I like to do this. I like to go in on the front. I just keep a big spool of this because I make so many. Except this one might need to be trimmed. I keep the big spool right here on my table because I make so many signs because we sell these completed as well at different craft shows and things. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Win. Then I go back in the other side. So that way it hangs flat on your door or your wall or wherever you're going to hang it. You don't have the knots back here on the back. So then all I do is I tie a knot, pull some through here. Tie a knot on the front. And no worries about this being visible because we're going to cover it up with a bow. That twine is kind of icky. It's got, and then I just cut it off. Thanks, Lois. Appreciate y'all being here. Okay, so now we have our hanger on. So now we're going to make our little bow. Okay, so we'll set this aside. And I like to use, and you can get it, they have it all year round, but they have it actually for $1 cheaper. I believe the year round, do I have the other roll down here? Let me see. Yes, I do. So save yourself some money. So this is how I normally buy it. It's normally in these rolls, same size. They both have the 30 yards. Normal time of year, it's $9.99. Okay. During the fall, $8.99. Now this is from Hobby Lobby. Now, of course, fall is 40% off right now. Ribbon is every other week, 40% off now. So save yourself some money and stock up. If you like this, get this stuff now. Yes. Yes, the monthly subscription kit is so much fun. We've done it twice now. Our third kit is already been bought and paid for, so you can't get in on that one. But then the next one, so the August one, the time has already went by for that one. But you can still get in for the September and going forward. Oops, why have ribbon there? All right, well, I already have some cut, so we'll just grab one of these. Okay, so I'm going to dovetail these. Hello, crafty queens. Okay, so I'm going to dovetail them, so fold it in half lengthwise. And we're going to go from the outside bottom edge up to the fold. Okay, just like that. And you're going to get the nice little dovetail. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So we're going to fold it in half lengthwise. Okay, so I folded it in half. I'm going to fold it in half lengthwise now, this way. Now I flip it up. So we have our raw edge down here. We're going to go from the outside bottom edge up to the center fold, like that. Okay, everybody see? A little harder to cut through 4 layers of burlap. So then we have our nice dovetail. Okay. Yep, there, Mom just posted the subscription kit. Okay, so to make the bow, you're going to take your burlap. You're going to fold it in thirds, cheating your ends down. I make this bow all the time for these door hangers. It fits perfectly. It just works really well. Okay, so you're going to have it like that. You're going to lay it down, kind of straighten it up a little, and smush it down. It's got wire in it, so it'll lay nice and flat for you. You're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, we're going to fold it in thirds, cheating our ends down. Okay, we're going to make a little sandwich. All right, so we're going to let that set for a second. We're going to grab a piece of twine. We're going to grab some raffia. Now this part always trips some people up. So we're going to go real slow on this. We have plenty of time. Yep, we got plenty of time. So we're going to go slow. Because for some reason, the raffia part always trips people up when I teach this in my make and takes. Okay, so I'm just matching up my ends of my raffia. Okay, don't care about the back end. Just care about this part right here. So all of my ends are matched up. We're going to make a little loop, just like that. Okay, we still have all this hanging down back here. I'm going to transfer it to my other hand. I'm going to make another loop going the other way. Okay, and we're just going to go back and forth, making little loops. Okay, we still have all this. We're going to keep going. And another one, and another one. And back and forth till we use it all up. Okay, just like that. Thanks, Mary. I appreciate you so much sprinkling that out. All right, so now I'm going to take my twine and I'm going to tie that. And try to tie it right in the center of the twine. We're going to use that to tie our bow. Hello, Sue from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Welcome, welcome. One of my puppies is trying to come in. I got the door shut and he's scratching at the door. All right, so as you can see, we have a few little crazies going on. So we're going to go ahead and trim those off. Okay, so we have just this. I've got a little nose poking in. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he's sniffing. Okay, so this has got a couple of kind of wonky corners. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, thank you, Sue. I'm going to go ahead and kind of tuck it all in together, pull my string back behind, and roll it around in my hand. And that'll get rid of some of those funky little corners. And then I'm just going to kind of straighten it back out, pull it tight, even it up. Okay. So now you can see it looks a little bit better. All right. So we're going to go back to our bow. We are going to place our raffia right in the center. We're going to flip the whole thing over upside down. we're going to start to tie it. Okay? Before I pull it tight, I'm going to gather it with my fingers and kind of pinch it together. If I can do this and pick it up. All right, so you can see I've got it kind of gathered and it's all pinched together. That's what the front looks like. And there's the back. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and start tying it. Now, if you don't do that, let me show you what happens when you don't do that. If you don't gather it, well, that one actually turned out fairly decent, but see how it's a little off kilter? And that burlap or the buffalo plaid isn't really laying correctly. So we're going to go ahead and gather it. Start to tie it first. Good morning, Sonia. Oh, thank you so much for sprinkling. Okay, so we're going to gather. We're going to start to tie. I'm going to check, make sure my raffia is in the center, and it is. Okay. All right. So our bow is tied. We'll fluff it up here in a moment. We're going to do our, let me move my stuff here, our floral. So I buy this when it's on sale at Hobby Lobby. It's $8.99, and I get it when it's the 40 or 50% off that they do now. I can't remember which is which. Because this I use all the time, and I can make a ton of signs with one of these. So I'm going to take my wire cutters, and you can move these around. So you can see that this one's kind of long. I'm going to push this up, and I'm going to cut it about an inch or so down. Okay, you can see the stem is about an inch or so down. Then I'm going to move another one up. Let's move this guy up. Nope, there's two there. We don't need that. I'm going to cut about an inch again. I like just a little floral, but now see I got this giant stem in the middle here, so we're going to cut that off. Okay, so we are going to take our floral wire. We're going to cut off a little piece. Okay, now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to tightly wrap it around. Okay, as you can see how I'm doing that. It's overlapped. I'm just tightly wrapping it. And I'm going to use this whole piece of wire. Might be a little more than you need. Good morning, Sue. But I also never have them fall apart. So they're in there pretty securely. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to take my ribbon, my bow, flip it upside down. We're going to have one string going down, one string going the other way. I'm going to lay this right across the back and we're going to tie it. And we can, rearrange it a little once we get it all together. Good morning, Lindsay. Then we're just going to cut off the excess. So I like this because you just have a little bit of the floral poking out of the back of your bow. Okay, there's not a lot showing, and that's okay. The bow isn't the center of the attraction here. The sign is our center of attraction. Okay, so what I do is I lay my sign down. I find the center by pulling up on my hanger. I'm going to lay my bow right down across. I'm going to take my staple gun. And I go in that very back loop. Thanks, Mary. Okay, so there you have it. There is our cute little camping sign. I think it's turned out absolutely adorable. I love this. I think it's so cute. I think anyone that camps would love this. I think it's really cute. Now, I do want to show you I did go to Dollar Tree yesterday, and I found a few things. So I figured I'd end a little early. So I wanted to show you. Now, this was a Dollar Tree Plus. I don't think this is a carvable pumpkin. This was a $3 pumpkin. It has a metal, well, I guess it's not metal. It kind of looks metal, but it's more plastic, I think. But look at this cute little pumpkin. Isn't that cute? I think that is really cute. That was a $3 item at the Dollar Tree Plus. Then, I'd never seen this surface in there. This was a normal Dollar Tree item, so this was $1.25. Thought this was cute. Now, I don't know that I'll use it like this. I'll probably paint over it. And the lines in it are not carved. It's painted. So once you paint this, it's gone. But I like the size of it. It was a good size. Then I also found some really cute things. They also had this pumpkin, and this was a $3. Now, I'm not overly fond of this part, so I'll probably take it apart. It's screwed on. I'll probably paint it somehow. I don't like that it's loose, for one. I don't like that it's kind of that shinier look. But I thought that was really cute. And it's a heavy piece. You can see it's quite thick. It's a good inch thick. So it's going to stand on its own. And I'm thinking, you could really doll this up and make it super cute. $3 pumpkin. So I got that. And I've been wanting a turntable for certain crafts. So this was a turntable. I wouldn't use it on my table. I mean, you could. It was a $5 one. It's cute, but that's not what I wanted it for. I wanted it for crafting. So I bought myself that. And, oh, can't reach it. Then, my favorite, and I don't know that I'll do anything to this. You ready? Look at this. Isn't that just the cutest thing? I just love this. I absolutely love it. Now, the little pumpkins are kind of, I don't know what they're, I'm trying to see if it's on like oh, it's just got a little hooky thing. I mean, they're permanent. They're not going to come off. But you could paint this if you wanted to. I don't know that I will. This is like right in my wheelhouse. It's got that distressed look. It's the white, the buffalo plaid. I'm not sure I'd do anything to it. Would you guys do anything to this? I think it is so cute. This was a $5 item at the Dollar Tree Plus. But OMG, how cute is it? I absolutely love it. I might do something with the bows a little bit, but that would be about it. Maybe paint these kind of more of a brownish, give the leaves a little different color, the stems. Other than that, I don't think I'd do anything. Let me know if you guys would do anything to it. I think it's pretty cute, just the way it is. And it's screwed onto this base, so you could actually unscrew it and put it on something else if you didn't want this. Because the base is just raw MDF. I'm not sure I like that. But you could screw it on to anything, because as you can see, it's just screwed on. Yeah, I agree. The leaves need to be changed. I have heard, Joey, you agree? Yeah, isn't that cute though? I had heard that all the Dollar Trees were going to turn into a Dollar Tree Plus, which makes sense because I believe, didn't they merge with, was it Family Dollar or Dollar General? One of the two they merged with. So it makes sense that they would do that. Yes, it is metal. It's metal. I don't know if you can, I can barely see. It's like a little piece, a thin piece, like an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch piece of metal holding it together. If you can see that, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see that, which is what gives it its little wobble, which I actually think is really cute. I think it is so cute. But that is all I have for y'all today. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I inspired you. To think outside the box a little. Not that this is so out of the box, but that you can add the paint pens and things to it to make it kind of pop a little bit more. So, all right, guys, that is all I have for you today, and I appreciate you being here with me, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Make sure you stick around. Denise with Doodle Denise Designs is up next right after me. So I'm sure she's going to put together something amazing for you. So make sure you stick around. Thanks so much. Bye bye.